Bet? Bet!
What?
It's nearly 8 o'clock.
I can't find a clean pair of knickers, can I?
We are supposed to open at 8 a.m, you know.
I know we're supposed to open at 8 a.m. It's a drafty flipping hole as that shop. There's no way I'm standing in there without me knickers.
No, all right.
It's a word that embarrasses you, Nick.
No, it is not. Look, just drop the subject. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes, Alf. That's another thing about me in the mornings you don't seem to understand.
Only one. I'm surprised.
You see this face? It's not just a face, it's a work of art. It takes time to compose. If you want me greeting your customers looking like a sick dab, all right, I'll open at 8 a.m. on the dot.
You could try getting up a bit earlier to fix your face.
Well, I can, but I can't. How's your ankle this morning?
It's improving. Slowly.
Well, it's better start improving fast.
Uh-huh.
I'm not cut out to be a groceress. I'm a barmaid. I find tins of rice pudding a bit soulless.
Do you know what I think?
Well, go on, tell us, as long as it's clean.
I think you're worried.
What about?
Young Susie Birchall seems to be all right at the Rovers. I mean, the customers seem to like her.
Tired of living, Alf Robert?
Just making an observation.
Make another observation like that, I'll drop a bag of sugar on your ankle. Oh, blast.
Don't go into the shop eating a butty, if you don't mind.
Yes, Al.
And don't go in munching, neither.
All right. Not got a boiled ham sale on today.
Morning.
Rat face.
What have I done? Well, give us 26 minutes.
What are you doing here this time? Ruining my day before it started.
I've just dropped Vera off. She goes to work, I go back to bed. Interested?
99p.
You don't want to figure out how much money I have to spend. I can't afford to smoke or drink or bet, but I do all three. How do you think I manage that?
At a guess, you've got sticky fingers. You keep sticking them in your Vera's purse.
Have I offended you?
By heck, you've got a convenient memory, haven't you? What were it you promised to do for me at the Rovers?
Is this a riddle?
Look after my interests. That's what you promised to do for me. Stir it for Susie Carrot Bonds. Complain about her BO or something. Get her in bad with Mrs. Walker. That's what you promised to do. But what do you do instead? You go in there licking your lips, chauffeuring around all over the place in your clapped-out taxi.
Only a Stockport. Hey, and my taxi is not clapped out. He got very good marks on his last MOT. And Susie's like my type, you know, a woman.
Just go, Jack Duckworth, while your head's still facing the right way round.
All right. I know when I'm not wanted. I've got this instinct. Ta-da. Jealousy spoils a woman, you know. Makes them hard, whereas they should be soft, like a cream bun. I keep telling our Vera that.
Vera? How long have you been off work now, Bert?
3 months nearly.
Oh, is it as long as that? You must be sick of being at home, kid.
Well, let's face it, I got enough practice when I was on the dole all that time, didn't I?
Oh, I had a rotten year, kid, haven't you?
You can say that again, love, and again.
Right, I'm ready. Hey, come on, you, else we'll be late.
Is Bert all right, kid?
How do you mean, all right?
Well, it's taking me a long time to improve, kid, a long time to get over it.
Do you know how Brian was saying the same thing yesterday? It's right, love.
Ta-ra, love.
Now, where's that flaming letter?
You tell me. You reckon you couldn't find it yesterday. But if you ask me, you don't want to show it me. You've always been secretive. Or as your poor wife used to say, sly.
Listen to an old port about my wife. She weighs 16 stone. And what do you think that is? A currant bun?
Oh, all the way from Australia. Just like in war when I used to get my village used from Orient Desert.
You got 3 in 3 years. That was just as how your dog were going on.
Oh, yeah, Bob wants you to sell up straight away.
I told you did.
Where does he think you're going to live? In your muck cart? But it wouldn't be any different to you, would it?
I'll get somewhere, don't you, Fred?
I'd ignore it if I were you. It ain't as if he can force you, is it? Him living to the side of the world.
He needs the money.
You need a home.
Well, there's sympathy for me all of a sudden.
Well, it's handy, this little place, near to your work. I can pop round and see you.
It's his main reason for getting rid. Knocks every letter back.
They were definitely stale. There's nothing worse than a stale almond tart. It's like having a mouthful of sawdust.
Yes, Betty.
And it's no use keep saying yes, Betty.
No, Betty.
You'll just have to see that it doesn't happen again. You are responsible.
I didn't bake that flaming almond tart.
You sold it to me.
I shall never sell you another. Depend on it.
You know, I don't think you're cut out for this kind of a job. Phew, I don't really.
I never wanted the flaming job, did I? Oh, we're just having a joke with a friend. Haven't you just been in?
I asked for a white loaf.
What's that?
It's a brown.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll change it. Sorry.
Takes a bit of doing if you ask me.
What does?
Mistaking a brown loaf for a white.
Oh, I'm very talented.
I'm very careless.
Where's me fags? God, do I need a fag.
I hope you've not been smoking in the shop.
All in marijuana. Of course I've not been smoking, although I've been sorely tempted. I thought some of the Rovers' customers were hard work, but my God, yours are lethal.
Well, I hope you've not been insulting them again.
Do you know, half I think I'll just give up. I mean, let's face it, I'm past it. I'm past work. I'm past coping with the likes of Susie Birchall. All I'm fit for's feeding the pigeons in Albert Square.
You've got a year or two left yet, love.
Yeah, and you'll live till you're 90 lying there, no danger.
Listen, there's no point in rushing it. The very tricky things is ankles.
Yes, Alf.
Shop.
I heard it.
Bet. Fag.
Yes, Alf. Yes.
Hiya. Packet of mints, please. I like to keep my breath as sweet as my nature.
Can't be easy.
Hey, I'm just off to work.
Really?
Do you know I love it at the Rovers?
Is that right?
Well, I get on so with everybody, especially Mrs. Walker.
That a fact?
Yeah, she's taken a right shine to me, which I didn't expect. Just shows you can't tell with folk, can you?
No, you can't.
The customers like me as well.
Yeah, I've heard.
Well, I'll see you. Why don't you, pop down for a drink sometime? You're always welcome. Bye. Hello. Oh, are you not working today?
Yeah, of course I am, love. I'm just picking bits up Bert's miss while he's out.
Yeah. Hello, Treasure Pop.
Where is me dad?
Sent him to the doctor's.
He's not got worse, has he?
No, it's just the same. But that's it, isn't it? He is just the same. I must have been blind, me, not noticing. It takes you and Vera to make me notice that my own husband's poorly.
Nobody's saying he's poorly, ma'am. He's just not getting well fast enough.
Which is the same.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I wouldn't mind, but he's never complained, you know, not once. Well, apart from his arm.
Probably don't want to worry you.
You think so?
Hey, come on. You'll be making a meal even if he isn't.
If I'd have known, I mean, I could have been building him up, you know, giving him good grub and that.
Knowing you do that already.
Yes, but I could be making things special for him, Gail.
He'll come back one of those doctor's famous tonics. You see, he'll take it and be right as rain in a week.
He don't look right as rain, though, does he?
Look, are you sure it's all right for us to leave Nicky with you?
Yes, love. Bert'll be back before I have to go back to work. That's if they haven't sent him to hospital or something.
Stop worrying. For God's sake, ma'am.
What's up with you? Have you lost your teeth in that glass or something?
I'm just thinking.
Oh, we'll put the flag up.
There'll be no more beautiful pints, you know, if they drop the nuclear bomb.
There'll be no more anything, kid.
No, I'm not saying there'll be no more pints. I don't think old Ivan will stop us drinking, you know. In fact, I think he might even get to like it.
Yes, lad. Yes. Fred!
What?
Can I have half a lager if you're serving, or are you chatting her up?
Don't get jealous, Elsie. Love, there's room in my life for you as well.
You know, I could think of one thing worse than the nuclear bomb. Me being stuck with him.
I've told you, love, you can move in with Rita and me when you get old and lonely. You'll have to cough up your pension, though.
Oh, I would, love, I would.
There you go, Elsie, love. Don't worry about Susie. She's only like a colleague, you know.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear it, Fred.
Just put your mind at rest, you know.
Yes. See what I mean?
I don't know. That's the trouble being a fella behind a bar. Get all the women trying to pull you, you know. I don't know, pestering you all the time. Oh, I'll tell you what, Suze, the stories I could tell you behind this bar that make your hair curl. Take that Elsie. I don't know, she's always trying to pull me. It's embarrassing sometimes, especially, you know, when she's had a couple.
No, I'd like to give you something. It's a long way from Stockport, and you are a taxi after all.
Look, I told you, I don't want nothing. Let's just call it a favour, eh? And you know the nice thing about favours?
Tell me.
They can be returned.
Oh, you're a right proper super smoothie, aren't you?
So I've heard say.
I tell you what, give you a pint on the house, but do not go broadcasting it, eh?
It'll be our secret, darling.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you about him, didn't I? He's a right tomcat.
Comes in handy. There you are. And mum's the word.
Not many pubs I know where beautiful birds serve you free ale. Cheers, darling.
Hey! I can see you having a little shop of your own yet, kid. Like old Granny Banks had in Chapel Street. You know her, that you saw always wear the shawl. What a little wag you are, Vera. Hey, have you got any cakes left, kid? Do you know, I tried to make do with a salad for my dinner, but my stomach, do you know, it's white with hunger. Really is, kid.
I think we might have some Charlie cakes left.
All right, love.
I see your Jack's taken quite a shine to the Rovers.
Oh, aye, that's his car. Still, if it wasn't outside at Rovers, it'd be outside of another pub.
It's been there a lot lately. When it's not been taking young Susie Birchall all over the north of England.
Hey, hang on a minute. What do you mean all over north of England?
There you are.
Is this on the house and all?
Sorry, it's not your birthday anymore.
Look, I'm not just a beer man, you know. I've got a lot of hobbies.
Yeah, and I'm not one of them. Do you mind?
Fred, you're spilling it. I thought you liked our little Susie. What are you glaring at her for, then?
I wasn't glaring.
Huh?
It's him there trying to pull her. Well, he's just a dirty old man, him.
Oh, that's another one.
There we are.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I bet you do this to all the girls, don't you?
Only very select few.
Can I have my hand back, please?
Can't you feel the vibes?
No.
Me and you could light a fire.
Your wife's just coming.
I don't care.
Hello, Vera. What are you having, Chuck?
Gin and tonic, please, Elsie, love.
I thought you weren't coming in this dinner.
No, excuse me a minute. Hello, love.
Hello, Vera, love. I was asking about you before. Do you want a drink?
No, thanks. I've got one in. Where did you say you were last night?
Last night, working.
Late?
Yeah, late.
Yeah. Picking some blokes up from a snooker competition. That's all you said.
That's right. One of them was Hurricane Higgins.
Oh, Eric and Higgins. That's funny. I always thought her name was Susie Birchall.
Hey?
You were no more picking up Eric and Higgins than I was. You were in heard about, weren't you? Stockport, as I heard. Or anywhere else you fancied. Isn't that right, love?
I'm sorry, you talking to me?
Well, I'm not talking to them flaming optics.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't talk to people who shout to me.
Oh.
A sentiment with which I entirely agree. Now, what's all this commotion about? Well, I've no idea, Mrs. Wood.
I'll tell you what it's about, I'll tell you. You want to be careful who you have working for you, love. Looks like you've got another one, innit it? Can't keep her hands off of the folks' husbands. I'm talking about flaming Susie Wong there. And don't look so flaming innocent.
I'm not just looking innocent, Mrs. Duckworth. I am innocent.
Oh, come off it till it's at flaming Marines, love. I know your sort, you know. Look at you, done up like a flaming Christmas tree. Everything in shot
That will
window,
be
yeah.
quite enough, Mrs. Duckworth. Any more, and I shall spread to escort you from the premises. Now, this is not a bear garden. It is a respectable public house. Please conduct your slanging matches elsewhere, and I mean that.
Well, don't you worry, love. I've said all I wanted to say. Come on, you.
I've just got a pint, love.
I said, come on! Jack! Come on!
Well.
A very common couple, those two, Mrs. Walker.
You know, sometimes the street is just like Naples must be. All it needs is a tenner.
Naples? What's she on about?
Search me.
It's young Jack I feel sorry for.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you?
There you go, you see. I told you to watch him, didn't I?
I've done nothing,
No, but
Fred.
she won't think so, will she? Mrs. Walker?
Goodness me, in a duck, eh? Oh, by heck, love, that didn't take long.
Well, he kept a schedule this morning, love.
Well,
Very thank you, how are you?
Bert, what did he say?
What I expected him to say.
But what, love?
He said there's now wrong with my arm that getting it better won't cure.
Honest?
Look, do you want it in writing? I'll tell you what, I'll nip back and get a certificate. Would that suit you?
Oh, Bert, I'm that relieved I am, aren't you?
Well, I was never worried, was it? It was you lot. Do you know what, love? I could murder a cuppa.
I'll get you one, love, I've got time.
Hey, I'll get it myself. This disability is temporary. I'm not a cripple. Would you mind not treating me like one?
I'm sorry, love. Hey, Nicky. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Your granddad's going to be all right.
So she was very annoyed then, Mrs. Walker?
Well, I mean, you know what she's like. If anybody as much as raises their voice in a flipping pub.
This is not a bear garden.
Oh, this is not a bear garden.
So she won't be much enamoured with young Susie then?
Oh, I wouldn't have thought so.
No. You've got to be very careful who you take on in a pub, you know, Betty. You really have.
Still, I mean, she's only young, is the lass, you know. I blame Jack Duckworth. Oh, Fred's as bad. They're like flaming bees round a honey pot.
Yes, well, I mean, I get a lot of that myself, don't I?
And it's more like round a teapot in your case, isn't it, Chuck?
Betty. Still, if Susie's blotted a copybook,
Yeah?
it's easily done, you know. Who knows better than me? Not that I don't feel sorry for her. I do. But we've all got to learn from our mistakes, haven't we?
Yes, I suppose we have.
It's a very hard world, isn't it, Betty?
You must have been talking to my feet. See you, Chucky. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, love. Careful, Al. All that weight on them brittle bones.
Do you know what? I think it's getting a bit better, my ankle.
Just as well, Cock.
Oh? Why?
Well, let's put it this way. A little dicky bird tells me that things are not well at the Rover's return. In fact, they're going to pot. They'll be sending for the only real professional they've got to come back very soon.
Who's that?
You know, Alf, for a man who can't run very fast, you take some terrible risks. Me? Who the hell do you think it is? So the sooner you're doing cartwheels again, the better.
Yeah, well, Deirdre will be back next week anyway, won't she?
Of course you will, love. How about it?
How about what?
How about a vote of thanks for keeping the bacon slicers slicing?
Thanks.
Is that it?
Thanks for helping me in your own inimitable way.
What does that mean?
It means nobody else could have done it like you.
Don't be so rotten. You've no relatives, have you?
Only very distant.
Nobody in the pipeline as a possible trouble and strife?
There isn't.
Ah. I was just thinking, when that day comes, when I can't face putting the old war paint on any longer, I might just be prepared to settle down in a nice little business like this. Well, let's face it, I'd be an asset, wouldn't I? All the experience I've had.
You reckon, dear?
Yes, I do. Whoops! I nearly forgot. Right. If it's a fella, it's your lucky day. I'm on special offer.
So you can imagine how relieved I am.
Yeah, I noticed he was looking a bit off colour.
Oh, seems everybody's noticed except me.
It's the same in our house. I can be dying on my feet, but she still has me scrubbing out the backyard.
Get away, you'll always look in pink.
Well, it's the good, wholesome life I lead, isn't it?
Hey, isn't it quiet in here tonight?
Aye, and that's the way it's going to stop. We've had orders from the top. Strictly no fraternising with the punters. So that's perhaps why you won't find me as dynamic as usual. What's your poison, love?
I'll have a gin and tonic, love. I'm on a night out.
Message received and understood.
He never learns, does he?
You should be so lucky, shouldn't you? Oh, hello, love. What are you doing down here again?
Want to buy me mum a drink?
Oh, well, you're just in time.
Sit yourself down then.
Oh. Ain't he forceful? Takes after his dad.
Right.
She's just been telling me about Bert.
Ah, it's good news, isn't it? Hey, madam, I hope you're behaving yourself.
Is it my fault that men find me fascinating?
She'll come a cropper one of these days, that one will.
That's what they said about you.
And I did.
Thanks, love. Right. Yes to your dad.
Yeah.
Ain't it great what doctor says, eh? Brian?
That's what I've come for, really. Talk about me dad.
Well, Aunt Gail told you.
Yeah, of course she did. But I'm not satisfied.
How do you mean, not satisfied?
I think he should see a specialist.
But Brian,
I said
doctor
I think he should see a specialist.
All right. I heard you. Actually, so do I, love. He don't look well, does he?
How do? Bet you thought you got rid of me, Fairclough.
Why, have you been away?
Oh, nice one,
For
Len.
that, you can buy me a drink. Gin and tonic, please, Susie.
Hello, but
Believe you had a spot of bother at dinner, love.
did we? Oh, I don't remember.
Doesn't she just?
Can I have a word with you, Bet, please?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
All set to come back next week. Alf tells me he can dispense with your services.
Indeed, and I'm looking forward to it, Mrs. Walker.
That's all I wanted to say.
I bet you can't wait to have me back here, really, eh?
Pardon?
I heard about the embarrassing scene at dinner. Still, as I said to Betty, Susie's only a kid. She's bound to make mistakes.
Well, you see, actually, she wasn't at fault. And I thought, in the circumstances, she conducted herself very well. Rather better than you did in a similar situation, as I recall. At least one good thing has come out of these last few weeks. I now know where there is a first-class deputy for you. Don't I?
You're having your drink in there, Bet?
No, I'm not.
I only asked.
And there's more classic Corrie at the same time tomorrow. Next tonight on Plus, someone's been dancing on the ceiling in Home to Roost.